Hi, everybody. We're back. We're live, back in Indianapolis. I wanted to reintroduce myself in case some of you weren't on at midnight this morning to know who the heck I am. My name's Robin Lanning, and I am the fundraising coordinator for Phan-a-thon Regiment. I am also an alum. I was in the Color Guard in '02 and '03. Spent several years behind the scenes doing souvenir sales, and then served on the board for a little bit, and now have helped to coordinate events like this and some other fundraisers that we do throughout the year to help basically allow us to do what we love to do. So I wanted to now introduce another special guest that we have here. And it just so happens that she lives in Indianapolis too. So I would like to welcome our conductor of the 2020 Phan-a-thon Regiment, Claire Wilcox.
Hi.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, I'm so happy you guys asked me to be here today.
Yeah, we love having you. Oh, Lucy got excited, so she made a little bit of a screen entrance earlier, but. So I thought it'd be fun to ask you a few questions, especially from a member's perspective, especially because you represent the members in many ways as the drum major and as the conductor and a leader in the group. So tell me, what was it like for you and for the members when you heard that the 2020 tour was canceled?
So this was really difficult. I heard from David, our corps director, a little bit before the entire membership found out, because he wanted to have this big call with everyone and then have all the staff leave and have me talk to the membership. So I kind of felt like I knew it was coming a little bit because, camps were getting canceled. My mom's a medical professional. Just there's a lot of conversation about it. So I kind of felt like it was coming, but that didn't make it any easier to hear. And yeah, we had this big Zoom call with everyone of the members. There was a lot of questions that they had, and we were all very heartbroken. My team of conductors are all very close, and we have Dawson is our newest member and hasn't marched with us yet. And I know that one of my biggest concerns going into this conversation with them is the new members who haven't marched with us and feel like their situation with the Corps as members of the Corps is less valid now because they haven't had that summer experience. But I think that the interactions we've had this summer has helped to kind of soften the blow, because we've had really good program with both, working to improve, but also bonding as a Corps.
Yeah, actually, David was on earlier today, and he was talking about some of the things that you all are doing. On the one hand, still rehearsing and still learning, but also connecting with each other. So what kind of activities are you all doing that you can kind of share what that experience is like?
Yeah, we have a ton of fun stuff that we've been doing. The other night we had a cooking with Buc-ee, who is she is the main chef of our food truck, which I will always argue is the best food truck in all of DCI. And she taught us how to make some of our favorite dishes that we have throughout the summer. We've also had extensive things planned within sections and also within families, which are these groups we've formed that are mixed sections as well. A lot of Netflix party things happening. So the leadership has really done an awesome job making sure that the cultural experience is still there.
Mm-hmm. So for some of those newer members, you were saying you wanted to make sure they felt like they still had a Phan-a-thon Regiment experience. Do you feel like that is happening this summer?
Yeah, I mean, nothing can substitute for what a summer of drum corps is, but we're still, I think, doing the best with what we were given.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I know a little bit of this story, but how did you come to be the conductor of Phan-a-thon Regiment?
Yeah, so I was a drum major in high school at O'Fallon Township High School, home team, and I was a drum major there for 2 years, and really I just remember stepping off the field at Lucas Oil Stadium at Grand Nationals and just kind of being like, yeah, I'm not really ready to be done with this yet. So I had some friends who were auditioning for DCI in Phan-a-thon Regiment specifically, and for a lot of reasons that was the place I chose to come to. My dad marched for a time in 1987, so I've always known about the drum corps, and when I was in high school, I didn't make the drum major position the first time I auditioned. So I spent a lot of time practicing and working on my conducting because I really wanted to get it the next year that I auditioned. And I found myself learning how to conduct through watching a lot of videos of other conductors. And I always just kept coming back to the videos of Phantom Regiment conductors. And I would stand in the mirror and imitate Koji Mori and his different cues that he did. And of course, David Warren and Dean Patterson and maybe even Will Pitts sometimes. So I wanted to kind of be a part of this conducting legacy because I loved the style that I saw them doing. But I ended up coming to a camp in 2018, and I didn't decide to actually audition until it was like the Monday before the camp weekend. So it was pretty late in the game, and I really thought I was just going for experience, and then I would kind of really go all out the next year, which would have been 2019. I remember my parents were freaking out about it, and they were like, what if you make it? And I was like, don't worry about it. There's no way I'm going to make it. This is just for experience. And then clearly that's not what happened. When they first announced us, Will was talking to us, Will Pitts, and he was, the first thing they asked us was, you guys have actually looked at the schedule and how much it's going to be, and like, you've made sure you can actually do this, right? And I was like, yeah, which in reality I hadn't, but I was going to make it work either way because there's no way you turn that experience down.
Right. So speaking of that, I'm curious what you would say to the question, and again, I know that you interact with the members a lot, but what would it mean to you if there was no longer a Phantom Regiment?
This is a really, really difficult question for me to answer because I'm not sure that I can picture what that would look like for me to not have the Phantom Regiment in my life anymore, because it has been such a huge part of not just my life and my time, but who I am today, because so much of my experience has given me confidence in who I am, both as a leader and just as a young woman. And like, I've learned so many skills. Like, the biggest one that always comes to my mind is resilience, because spending a summer with a drum corps in any capacity, but I think especially as a leader and a rookie, so much of, I think, who I am now and what I'm pursuing in my life and how I approach everything is because of this organization and my experience with it, and all of the closest friends and mentors that I've had who will, continue to be in my life. I can't imagine being done with this ever. So I think I can speak for everyone that I know who has marched with the Phantom Regiment when I say that it would be devastating to not have this in my life anymore, in more ways than one, because every single time I go back, I learned so much new things about myself and about what it means to be on a team and to face adversity. Yeah, for sure. I can relate very much so from a business sense now that I'm, 20 years older than you practically, I think, maybe more. And in my experience from working with people and knowing, working with drum corps people, adaptability is a skill set that is so instilled in all of us, and that really makes you better at so many parts of your life once you get older. So I totally get it. Okay, one more question for you. I want you to tell me about, what is Buc-ee's? Okay, so Buc-ee's, oh gosh, how do I explain this? Buc-ee's is the only buy stop that we get all summer. It's essentially like if you took a gas station, like shopping area, and put it on steroids, that's Buc-ee's. And it's, again, the only time we ever get a buy stop on tour, and we go crazy. They have these things called, what are they called? Beaver nuggets. And they just, it's just such a weird little anomaly, and everyone goes crazy and buys a ton of Buc-ee merch every time we go there, and then we have Buc-ee hype days, and I believe it's only in Texas.
That's what I've heard, but this is a phenomenon that's happened since I marched.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah,
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone hypes it all season.
All right. So I bring that up because we have a little challenge for our 2019 alumni. Any of our age outs from 2019, or if you marched 2019, we have 2 Buc-ee's gift packs to give away. So for the next 2 2019 age outs that donate, we'll send you a Buc-ee's gift pack. These are compliments of Chris Kine, and Ellie Kynes. Yes, Ellie Kynes' mom. She generously donated these. So we're giving a little challenge to our recent age outs to go ahead and make a donation in support of Phan-a-thon Regiment. At this point, Robert, who's behind the camera right now, we're going to check in on our totals. Let's see. We are over $50,000, you guys, that we have raised today. And we still have about 8 hours left before the end of the day to see that number go up. We have 402 donors, which is amazing. Check out this wall of fame. You all are crushing it. And you can go to Phan-a-thon.com and see your name, as anyone who gives $56 or more gets their name up on the wall of fame if they so choose. If you decide that you don't want your name up there, that's totally fine. You can check a box that says anonymous. So thank you all so much for the work that you're doing right now, for spreading the word. Keep it going, because we're about to get into some really exciting parts of the day. So right after this, we're going to take a moment to have a little bit of a in memoriam section where we are going to remember some of our Hall of Fame members that may have passed away. And then we'll switch gears and go into our happy hour, which is going to be really fun. We have some alumni who are helping us to learn some drink recipes. So if you want to make a drink along with them, those recipes are on Phan-a-thon.com. Just click on the story to the right of the live feed. And then we'll be getting into prime time. And prime time is going to be kind of rapid fire show requests from some of our donors, some challenges. We'll give quicker updates on the totals so that we can keep moving forward and see how much money we can bring in to ensure that Phan-a-thon Regiment continues for a long time. Thanks for joining us, Claire.
Thank you